Continuing on across to the right, on the upper part of the table, you'll see there's then the carcass data, which is based on ultrasonic information. All the bulls are ultrasound as part of the performance test program, and you'll see listings for the ribeye area and the intermuscular fat, percent retail product, and then ultimately an index that lists the carcass merit for that particular bull. So if you're interested in carcass performance and you're primarily going to be using a bull to produce sons and daughters that will be going to market, then you might want to really emphasize the carcass traits. On the bottom half of the table presenting information, you'll find the EPDs. EPDs are expected progeny differences. They're predictions of the performance of the offspring of that bull due to the transmitting ability or the genes that that bull will transmit to his offspring. The EPDs are provided by the breed associations. We submit the performance data of the bulls to their respective breed association. The breed association then combines that into their database and returns to us the estimated predicting progeny deviations for those particular bulls, which we then include in the catalog. If you just go across the list, the first three EPDs listed are weight traits. We have the birth weight, the weaning weight, and the yearling weight of those bulls. And below each of those, you'll see those stars that I referred to earlier. So the first bull had a birth weight EPD of 0.6, which has an accuracy next to it of 0.32. I guess I should stop to say a little bit about accuracy. Accuracy of EPDs is basically the correlation between this estimated progeny performance and what we would expect to be the true progeny performance if that bull had a very large number of records. So the higher the accuracy, the better the prediction, the more confidence that you can place on that particular estimate. But returning to our number of stars that I referred to, that first bull for birth weight has 4 stars. For birth weight, actually, a lower value is particularly better, so 4 stars puts him in the best quartile for lightest birth weights for calving ease. The bull had a 36 for EPD for weaning weight, but for the particular breed that he's in, that puts him in the bottom quartile for weaning weight. So you would expect his progeny to be lighter than the average. Yearling weight, the bull has 3 stars, so he's actually above average for yearling weight. So this is a particular bull where his calves are light at birth, tend to be light at weaning, but has strong post-weaning gain. Next, you'll find some information on EPDs related to maternal performance. There's maternal milk, and the example bull that's shown has an EPD of 29, puts him with 4 stars, puts him in the top quartile, the top 25% of the breed for maternal milk, and also is in the top quartile of the breed for direct calving ease. So this particular bull would tend to have easy calving offspring. Relates back to that birth weight. Remember, he was in the best quartile for birth weight as well. And you would expect his daughters to milk well, to produce milk to support the growth of the calf. Next to direct calving ease, so that you understand the difference between direct and maternal calving ease. Direct calving ease is the calving ease you would expect of his mate, of the actual offspring produced by the bull. The maternal calving ease is the calving ease of his daughters. So if you were to select a replacement daughter and use that bull, or use those daughters to produce subsequent offspring, you would what would be the expected calving ease of those daughters. Again, you can see for this example bull, he again has 4 stars. So his daughters should be easy calvers. The offspring that he produces would be easy calvers, and those daughters also would produce good milk. So this would be a particularly bull of interest for those people that would be looking for a bull to produce replacement daughters. Below those EPDs, you'll see EPDs for the carcass traits. We have carcass weight, marbling or intermuscular fat, and ribeye area, and then the fat measurement is the back fat or the external fat on the carcass at the 12th rib. This particular bull also has strong performance for marbling and ribeye area, not as good a performance for carcass weight. Over on the right hand side on the bottom, you will see the indexes listed that are provided by the different breeds. The particular example would be those that are provided by the Angus breed. Different breeds have a little bit different indexes. For the Angus breed that's shown in the examples, the $W is an estimated economic value if you were to use that bull in a cow-calf herd. It's a dollar weaning index, so what would be the value of that bull to produce weaned offspring? And you'll see that this particular bull has 2 stars, so is slightly below average. The next index, which is a $F, is a dollar feedlot index. So what is the economic value of sons and daughters of this bull in a feedlot scenario? So if you were selling that bull and then selling the calves to a packer on just a weight basis, not on a carcass basis, you see that index. The dollar grid index, or the dollar G index, is if you're going to sell those animals on a yield and grade grid. And so you can see this particular bull, and if you remember back, he had good value for marbling and ribeye area. So this would be a particular bull where you might want to consider retained ownership. So we'd use the dollar feedlot versus the dollar G or the dollar grid index to decide among bulls, depending upon whether you're going to have retained ownership of the calves all the way through and sell them on a carcass basis, or whether you're just going to sell them at the terminal market to an order buyer and let them take the risk on what is the value of that particular bull. Below those, you'll see a dollar QG, which is a dollar quality grade, and a dollar YG, which is a dollar yield grade, which breaks out the quality versus yield grade value within that carcass grid. If you're focusing on high value carcasses, so you're trying to get into the high-end market, you'd want to emphasize the quality grade. If you're focusing more on commodity beef and you're just trying to sell pounds of red meat, you'd want to focus on the yield grade index. The last index that's presented is dollar B, or dollar beef, within the Angus nomenclature. And this is a combined index that tries to put together the total value both in the feedlot and in the carcass then for total beef production. Takes into consideration the growth and feed efficiency of the bull, and then the carcass value that bull presents. And you can see for the dollar beef index, this particular bull would have 4 stars, which would put him in the top quartile again. It would be an excellent bull for use in producing carcass animals. So if you go back and review the particular bull, he happens to be a pretty good bull. He's in the top quartile both in terms of feedlot performance, carcass performance, and he's in a top bull in terms of providing replacement daughters. Where the bull is a little bit light is in terms of pre-weaning growth, lighter weaning rates and light pre-weaning growth for the particular bull. So again, going back and reviewing, we've talked about a lot of information, and I think buyers can get to be overwhelmed with the amount of information that's available to them. Go back, evaluate your herds. What are the strengths and weaknesses in your herd? How are you going to be using the offspring of the bull? Are you going to be using them to provide replacement daughters? Are you going to be using them to provide feedlot calves? Focus on those traits that are most important to you in improving your cattle. Go through the catalog, identify those bulls that fit into your program, and then hopefully you can be the successful buyer of the best bull in the sale for you, realizing that there's a lot of different bulls that are the best bull in the sale for an individual buyer. We look forward to seeing you at a future IBEP auction. We have them twice a year in April and October, and we try to present some of the better bulls from the state of Indiana and the surrounding states to you at that time. Thank you very much.
This presentation was a production of the Animal Science Department at Purdue University.